Hello everyone, thank you for joining today's Words of Wisdom. Today's is from January 18th, and I quote, "Excessive desire can bring about destruction from the laws of happiness." Thank you, Lord. So, from this Kyoten, the laws of happiness. All right, obvious. This is obvious, but it's such an obvious thing, but so many people are tripped up by excessive desire and allows destruction, invites destruction into their lives and the people around them. So what are the three basic desires that human beings have? That is hunger, sleep, and sex. Right? These are the biological biggest desires that human beings have that we need to be in control of. So the first one is hunger or appetite. So this is obvious, right? Even if you want to eat as much as you want, the things that you like, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get obese. And with obesity comes an illness, an ailment, which then makes you suffer even more and which costs you money. And the bad cycle begins. So you have to eat moderately, or you have to control your food, or else there will be destruction. The second one is sleep. I guess this can be related to being idle or sluggish. So yeah, this is also another temptation, right? I'd rather just sleep in all day rather than studying or reading or watching the news or doing anything productive. I'd rather just sleep cozy in my bed, under my blanket, because it's so cold right now in New York. But if all you do is sleep, what happens is you obviously will not progress, you will not develop, and you will not find success, and there's going to be no one else but you to blame for not making efforts. So this can lead to another form of destruction. You weren't able to reach the goal that you were meant to reach. What I mean is from a spiritual perspective. We all have life goals that we set in the spiritual world. It's called the workbook of life. But sometimes the workbook can be redrafted if the person living on earth isn't making as much progress as was expected back in heaven. So yeah, sleep can lead to destruction too. Another excessive desire is sex. So if you have sensual lust toward other people too much, one, obviously, even if you're not a married person, you can catch different types of diseases that comes from it. Also, you can be entangled in relationship issues. That's another form of hell that a lot of people are creating these days that comes from excessive desire. And obviously, if you're married, if you cheat on your partner, that's obviously not going to lead to a happy life. So excessive desire of sex can also lead to destruction. What else is there? Excessive desire for money. So yeah, happy science takes a good approach towards money, because we believe prosperity is an important thing, and it's important for us to prosper. And to gain more influence, to help more people out. So usually happy science talks good things about money. However, Master always does mention the danger of money too at the same time. Money can cloud our eyes. So if you just become money thirsty, you can start making mistakes, which can obviously lead to destructions. Also, an excessive desire for fame. When you have more desire for fame, that comes probably from arrogance or trying to compensate your lack of confidence subconsciously. What happens is you seek more and more. And even though you want more praise and recognition from others, all that's happening is everyone's turning a cold shoulder to you and keeping you at an arm's length. So if you have too much, it's a good thing though. You want to grow. It's like an other side of the desire for growth, recognition. So I'm not saying that it's all bad. All of these desires, not saying it's bad. It has to be in moderate control. So if it goes excessively, it can destruct your life. Spending. financial issues, right? So the hellish financing is very simple. Use less than you earn. Use less than you earn. Hell begins when you start wanting to and start using the credit card system or getting debts. You start using more money even though you don't have it. And that is when hell can start. And a lot of people have a hard time controlling their spending. They just go out buying food, luxurious things that give them comfort, and they go to a shopping spree. And they know that it's bad, but it has turned into some sort of addiction. So this is an excessive desire. You are being possessed. Because of that desire, you are being possessed by ghosts of poverty. There are evil spirits who are specified in destroying someone's life from the side of finance and money. So we got to be very careful. One thing that Happy Master Okawa has recommended is make a chart of your income and expenditure. And be aware of how much money you're using and how much income you have, and control it moderately. That's one method. And also there's a good teaching from one of the Japanese teachers in the past. He decided to save 1/4 of his income, no matter what. And he will never use it unless there's something that he wants to invest in or he really needs to use. So always having savings is also, it's actually, it's not just a smart way of living, but it's actually a heavenly principle. Being in the black is heavenly compared to being in the red. So you want to be in the black in your personal finance. Also, obviously, if you're at work, it has to be in the black. All right, so excessive desire can bring about destruction, and I spoke about different types of desires, but it's obvious. But every once in a while, we have to tell ourselves this teaching. Because if you're suffering from a state where everything's out of control, that didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual accumulation of not being able to control that desire little by little. It's probably the size of a puppy at first, but now it's like the size of a dragon harassing your life. But it didn't change from the puppy size to dragon size in one day. It grew. You fed it every single day, allowing yourself that, oh, this much is fine. Oh, that much is fine. Oh, this is okay. That easygoingness towards yourself is actually causing this destruction. So let us use this as a fence, like a precept, so that we will not fall off a cliff. To end today's quote, today's words of wisdom, let me quote it again. Excessive desire can bring about destruction from laws of happiness. Thank you, Lord. And thank you everyone for joining today. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.